G'day, this is Captainoob and this is the Gasser M1870 Revolver. So if you're familiar with Battlefield 1, you know that this thing is definitely in that, and basically it's just an old ass revolver with very little customization to it, but it definitely looks the part, which is good. It's obviously made by D Magnus, so anything that's going to be coming out of his mod reel is going to be good, and the model there is just sublime. Anyways, getting into these attachments, so you've got all of the standard sort of receivers, and you've got a gold variant of them and also a stainless steel variant. So depending on what color you actually want to make this, then you can either choose through gold or stainless steel. We'll go for gold because it's tacky and I like it. And for the barrels, we'll just go for a long barrel there, although if you want to change up the things here, you can actually put a stainless steel barrel on a gold receiver of the weapon, if I could just quickly do that. And yeah, you can switch it up that way, which it doesn't really clash because obviously the hammer here is always going to be stainless steel anyway, so it's going to look good regardless. There's just a question of how much gold you really want the thing to have on, and of course a legendary effect is there if you want it, but we're not going to chuck one on now. We're going to get this in Gunner's Plaza and see what it does. But before we do that, it's worth mentioning to actually get ammo to use in this thing, all you need to do is go to the utility bit on your chemistry set, and for 4 copper and 4 lead you can make yourself 20 11.25mm Gasser rounds that this revolver fires, so the ammo is easily obtained there, although probably not injected into the level list you see in a store if it's going to be like this creating the rounds, but we might see it on a few enemies, so let's go ahead and find out. Righto, so whipping out our Gasser Revolver here, and there you go, there's a little bit of animation mods that I've added in this just to spice this up. So we've got the first person one-handed revolver animations, and as you can tell there, yeah, we're just holding it in one hand, and again I've chucked on the first person pistol animations, and the revolver animations actually change the idle stance of this, so you actually hold it up in the air rather than by your side. So yeah, you're looking like a true desert ranger there, just without the sequoia and the ranger armor there, Bridget, so good job. Righto, we'll get into killing some of these gunners here, and this thing doing 260 damage with the advanced receiver, so hopefully we'll be able to one-shot a few of these guys before we get detected, but we'll see. So the sights on this thing aren't that good, that's worth mentioning, but there we go, we got 1,000 damage there whilst we weren't detected, but now we are detected, so we might as well just go close and use this thing like more of a close range revolver. So yeah, if you're familiar with Battlefield 1, you know what this thing is and what it's like. So yeah, you can have a Fallout 4 mod with this, which is great because I don't like playing infantry in Battlefield, but I can say I've used the Gasser Revolver, and yep, there's no holes in that logic whatsoever. Right, so like any revolver, this thing is going to be firing slow, obviously because I'm cocking the hammer back every time, which does mean it's probably a good idea to make the best with the shots we can do. Just using this in VATS with many criticals to spam is a good way to keep damage going, and without the revolver there we're going to struggle because obviously this thing isn't hitting quite as hard as the 44 Magnum, which makes sense, and for some reason that first crit didn't hit, nor did that second one hit, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe this old revolver's not quite having it today, but if you could just get out of my face so I can shoot you, that would be good. And this is why it's good to be tanky, so if the weapons aren't performing quite as well as you need them to, you can take a lot of bullets and maybe go into nerd rage later on and just increase that damage a little bit. We managed to one-shot that low-level turret, so, you know, there's something. Righto, switching to third person here, we get to see some of the animations in third person there, and yeah, this thing has even less ammo capacity than the 44 Magnum, which could be problematic, although it's only 1 bullet less, so yeah, it's debatable whether that means a whole lot. But anyway, using this thing in third person there, yeah, holding it in one hand is actually kind of nice, although the modder intended the cocking animation of the hammer, just bring the hammer back after every shot to be cut, because it's not there, we'll just bash you to death. So every time you are moving and pull the hammer back, you sort of put the gun to the side there, which is kind of weird, but that's fine. Maybe it's just a lot easier to prime the hammer by pointing the gun to your side, but probably not. Alright, so we'll try to get rid of this gunner there, although my aim is not doing me any favors, and we'll finish you off with a cheeky little headshot in VATS. Or not. Okay, something is seriously wrong with the VATS performance of this weapon. It's missed 2 crits, and now it missed that one. And that one. And that one. Maybe if I go ahead and crit him again. You sure you're firing this thing? Maybe these rounds are like actually World War I rounds and just screw up on you because they're like several centuries old right now. Righto. Next up, we'll just knock out that gunner there. Ooh, what have you got? You've got some sort of institute weapon by the looks. Ooh, very, very dangerous indeed, but not really because institute weapons are shit. Okay. Speaking of bad weapons, this thing seems to just be not doing anything with the VATS attacks, which is strange, and also an instigating institute weapon. That's interesting. Righto. So now we are back into not detected, hopefully, and these sights aren't doing me any favors either, but we've managed to take out that gunner there, or that turret there, sorry, and we'll quickly follow it up with some more shots on that commander. Managed to get one sneak attack critical, which is good, and I think the way to use this thing the best is probably just to sort of peek around corners and then come back for the reloading. And as you can tell there, the hip fire of this thing is pretty damn good when you're sitting there in one spot, which is nice. But right now we're playing shoot 'em, the duck game where the dog laughs at you just with gunners instead. I forget the actual name of that game, but we'll try to get a few crits going, see if that works this time. There we go, we've actually got that thing mutated now, and now we're in danger, so hopefully this thing will work with VATS this time. There we go. Maybe it's to do over range. If I hit enemies with this thing over range, it doesn't screw up, but for some reason when we get close to them, they just miss every time. I think he got him this time. That one had... Oh, maybe they didn't. It's just weird. Maybe it's the kill animations that screw up. I'm not sure what's going on here. We'll just let this play out, see if it... Okay, that one didn't have the kill animation and it worked fine. I probably won't be able to kill this guy. We'll just throw a crit in there just cause. Okay, that one worked fine. I don't know what's happening with this weapon. I'm not sure whether it's the weapon itself that is doing this, and why couldn't I hit you? I think I'm being staggered around by that turret too much. It's making my aim go bad. Oh, okay. Make sure we actually kill that one. Also, about 1,000,000 damage on that deflection there, which is fun. Righto. Back into sneaky mode. This person hasn't seen us, so if we could just open wide and get that into your face, that'll kill you in one. And now onto the last few of the gunners, which should be a cakewalk so long as I don't get killed. Right, up close with them, and 2 shots in. Oh no, you're not popping that stim pack. You're getting a crit to the face instead. Feel my revolver power of not shooting properly in VATS. Okay, that one worked. You're gonna remember to reload. Let's see how long it takes for you to remember. There you go. Good girl. Alright, so that should be a kill animation for this next one, but it's not. So we get the actual kill there. We'll try it on this legendary gunner here. Oh, you've got a weapon that I looked at in the past. I was actually quite impressed with that weapon. So, yep, without the kill animation there, we're able to take her down nice and easily. And whilst our AP regenerates, we'll just dance around and kill this gunner here. Try to shoot him in the head for the best damage. And we've gone into nerd rage, so 1,000 damage for you. And we'll try to hit you in the head. 1,300 damage for you. And we'll just knock this door through. Kill that turret. And quickly sprint onto the next turret. And now we're done with Gunner's Plaza, and yeah, not performing very well. Something is very wrong with the thing in VATS, and of course the revolver limitations make this a very painful weapon to use. Although that little put away animation was quite good though. You can tell Bridget is not impressed either. Righto, so I've taken this bad boy to a workbench and I have given it the efficient effect, which gives us plus 100% damage but minus 50% fire rate. The fire rate thing really doesn't matter. It's a bolt action weapon according to the creation kit anyway, and that is why you cock the bolt back after every shot. So if we remove that check, this thing would be actually semi-auto, but hopefully with the extra damage we'll be able to compete with these super mutants a little bit better. So this thing is about hitting about as hard as a good legendary Western revolver now, and with that we should be able to kill these super mutants pretty easily, even though these are quite tanky bastards. And if worse comes to worse, we can easily just go ahead and crit spam in VATS there, which I think is a good time to do now. And with the crits there, we almost get to fall these guys in one shot, even though yeah, these guys are super tanky and not very fun to fight. But we're doing pretty well so far. This is a much needed damage boost for this thing, and if we can keep hidden for as long as we possibly can, we can actually make this thing hit very hard indeed. Well, he can smell me, but he can't hear me or see me, so yep, with the kill animation there, we didn't get the kill. Another kill animation. Okay, well that was just one of the more cinematic animations then, probably not a kill animation. Just a crit animation, I believe, and we actually managed to hit him there. So something is wrong with the kill animation when it comes to VATS with this thing, so we'll just go ahead and just shoot that bloke in the face twice, getting 600 damage each time, which is pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and crit this dude, and unfortunately he was mutated, but luckily Mr. Mysterious Stranger with his far superior revolver was able to quickly get him back to half health. And with this one shot there, no, we have to cancel that out because it's a kill animation in VATS and we can't have any of that. Okay, for some reason one of these super mutants just destroyed my frame rate, and you all saw it. So they're attacking me on the front of my PC now rather than just attacking me as a playable character there, so that's fun. And oh, we're actually doing pretty good damage as long as we shoot him in the head. And since his head is so fat, we actually get a pretty good shot on that, which is kind of nice. Alright, we've got some doggos in here somewhere. Usually they run right at you, so they're easier to find. But on this case, they can't be bothered, I guess. So you get an extra shot there, and Mysterious Stranger comes in and steals my kill, you prick. But that's okay, we're playing Battlefield 1 rules of if you do like 75% or more damage, you actually get the assist counts as kill. So that was like 2 kills for the price of 1, which is fine. My kill death ratio is going to improve either way. So there's a couple of raging super mutants down there saying rage rage because they're really angry and stuff. So we'll go ahead and keep them out of that. Okay, I think we've found the culprit of the frame rate dropping. You get a crit to the face, which doesn't bloody work because this thing is broken. Alright, we're going for a sweet collat here. Quickly, get the shot off. No, what are you doing, Bridget? Remember to pull the trigger when you shoot him. Yes, yes. Alright, what about this time? No. What about this time? No. What about this time? No. Okay. Okay. Alright. I see how this is going to work. I see how this is going to play. I see this is going to work. Yeah. Alright, let's go the knuckle now. Screw it. I'm bloody done with the Gasser Revolver anyway. This is how it's going to go down. We're doing better damage now, and look at this. We can actually crit. And now you're paralyzed. Huh? What do you think about that? Your mate's paralyzed. Okay, we'll pick it back up. Where'd I leave it? Alright, so maybe after that I can get some VATS accuracy in, who knows. Let's just go a couple of headshots and see how we do with that. So, first shot is good, second shot works, kill animation doesn't work. This thing is broken and it's really annoying me. Okay, bash to death. No, we're probably no better than to try to bash a super mutant to death. And it looks like I've got another ricochet kill in the middle of VATS there, and we'll just go ahead and crit you. Oh wait, don't even bother seeing that crit through because it won't work because this thing is broken with the VATS kill animations, and I don't even know how you're supposed to do that. Like, I generally know a little bit about... No, don't even bother with that. Don't even bother. Like, I know a little bit about the creation kit, and I have no idea how you've managed to break these... Just break the kill animations in VATS with this thing. It's insane. But it's probably not the modder's fault. D Magnus has probably done something well. I've probably fingered it just by using all of these animation mods, and that is why it's happening. So I've just played myself, get that DJ Khaled meme going. But we've only got 2 super mutants left, so our pain is nearly over for today, Bridget, don't you worry. So we'll just go ahead and just hit you in VATS, and as soon as we see the kill animation pop up, we'll quickly switch out and then just fire at you manually. So there's the kill animation, don't even bother about that. Down you go, super mutant. And last but not least, one more shot on you. Wait, this is a kill animation. It worked. For some reason it worked this time. Alright, so I'm not even going to bother to kill the rad roaches and doggos in there. I've seen quite enough of this revolver. So for whatever reason, this thing is a little bit fingered. I'm not sure what's the problem with it, but I have enough of an idea of this weapon, of how it's going to work. So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, even though it is outclassed by basically any other revolver, except for the pipe one, although you can put a suppressor on it, so maybe there's some virtue in that, but who knows. If you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description, and if you want to have a share of the legendary effects that I use to make this thing better, namely the efficient effect, then I have a link to my little mod compilation, legendary modification compilation, which is, yeah, full of lots of stuff that makes your things overpowered, but looks like it can't help all weapons. Thank you for watching, guys.